better every year. I don't know how it works.
Thank you so much. Congrats.
Hi, BJ. Thank you. We're back.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your directorial debut.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Talk to me a little bit about what it took for this to come together, and also the inspiration is a real life breakup of your own, is it not?
It was, you know, it's like it was the sort of breakup where after the fact you're like, oh my God, who was I? What did I do? You know how you can regret things, especially in the age of Instagram. You look at all the pictures after, and I was like, this is a bad side of me, and it's a bad side of all of us. And that tiny little feeling that I wanted to explore got bigger and bigger as it turned into, you know, this movie Vengeance that isn't just about misunderstandings between people, but really the whole country.
Yeah. Are you ever going to tell us who the breakup was about?
It's not that interesting. It wasn't even that big a relationship.
You're like, it came and it went. Talk to me about wearing multiple hats.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra, how do you break up with this guy? He's a gem.
That's what you're wondering? No, of course I'm kidding. I'm just trying to get a little attention for my little movie.
So, Vengeance, not a little movie, big movie, amazing cast, and you're wearing so many hats on this one. You're writing, you're directing, you pulled together an all-star cast. What was the most interesting part of it for you? Was it starring in it? Was it getting the gang together?
I think it was just the leap of faith that it requires to work with people who are better than you at what they do. So as the director, you're in charge, but you're not as good at any one thing as the person in charge of that. You don't know cinematography, you don't know music. So to work with Phineas O'Connell on the score, he's won 8 Grammys, you know, working with Billie Eilish, but he had never done a score, and he knows so much more about music than I am. So we're doing the same thing for the first time, and it was true with a lot of departments that, you know, they were so much more experienced than I was, and yet they needed to know what I wanted. So that was a humbling lesson in working together.
Okay, got it. Now you and Ashton, we're taking it way back to the punk days. We're like 20 years at this point.
Yeah.
What do you remember most about that time?
I remember how thrilled I was to be standing next to Ashton effing Kutcher, who was, you know, a mega star already, and I was nobody. I was just a stand-up comic who got plucked to do the show, and even on set I was a little like in awe of him. I never told him that because as the director you gotta act like you know what you're doing, but it was still very special.
And now you're the director. I mean, BJ, you can be honest with me. Is that why you set this whole thing up? You're like, okay, I know how to reverse the roles. I'm going to direct Ashton by creating a film. It's going to be called Vengeance. All roads lead to me directing Ashton Kutcher.
I mean, you are thinking galaxy brain about my whole life. In a way, I should start thinking like that.
Okay, got it. John Mayer, we just talked to him. He talked about your friendship. And on a serious note, is it true that Bob Saget was the one who brought you two together initially?
Yes, he was. John had recorded a song that we put in the office inadvertently. It was in the background of a scene at a Christmas party, and the song didn't clear, and we had to call John Mayer to get him to do it. And I said, wait, I know a guy who knows him. I called Bob Saget, and he put me in touch with John, who said, no, of course I'm not giving you permission. I'm an Office fan. Let me guess, it's Michael Scott's favorite song. I was like, no, I promise, it's just the background. And the 3 of us became good friends as a group, and Bob was really a hugely important figure to everyone who knew him.
And before I let you go, you mentioned The Office. We've seen your castmates show up, your former castmates show up to support. Mindy obviously walking the carpet also. How does it feel to have this little reunion all in support of you and this newest venture?
I mean, it shows how special the energy on that show was, that all these years later we would all support each other and be there for each other, and it means a lot.
Well, congratulations and have fun in there tonight.
Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
BJ.